Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Damola, and it's been a minute, but I'm back with an updated natural everyday look. I do these often because I'm good at it. So I'm just here to share what I've been doing lately. This is a very easy, simple, but still has a oomph to it, you know? So if this is something that you're interested in learning how to do, keep on watching. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna jump right in. I've already moisturized my face, there's sunscreen, all my skincare. If you want a skincare video, let me know. It's not really that much different than the past, but you never know. And so we're gonna go straight into primer. So these have been my go-to primers for when I do any look. And it honestly depends on what base I'm planning on doing foundation-wise, whether or not I pick one or the other. Since we are going with a skin tint today, we're gonna actually do the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer instead of the Fenty Beauty Primer. So I'm just gonna do that, and we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna be using the Akintunde skin tint today. I have loved this since it came out. It's been a few years and it's still one of my go-to skin tints. This is the shade Deep 1, but before that, we actually are going to color correct. I have a video where I started talking about me color correcting, but I always go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Orange. Now there is 2 shades of orange, I believe. Pick the one that best suits your skin depth, like how deep your skin is. So because I have deeper skin, I choose orange. Some people, if you're lighter than me, you might want to choose peach. If you're darker than me significantly, you might even choose red, honestly. I honestly overdid it today. I wasn't paying attention. Don't use as much as I'm using right now. I'm going to be able to blend it in, but just make your life easier. I'm going to use the Akintunde concealer brush to blend this in. Just kind of pat it in and spread it out. The goal is to get a thin layer so that it doesn't peek through your base products. I'm so sorry, none of that was recording. Now we go into the Akintunde skin tint. I'm just gonna put that. You don't have to use a lot, but this is a buildable product, which is nice. Going in with the Akintunde complexion brush, I'm gonna just blend first by tapping this product all over, concentrating it where I just color corrected. I'm gonna go in with a tinge more. So now that we've finished off with the skin tint, let's build out the rest of our base. Starting off with this new product by Juvia's Place. It's actually their cream bronzer. It has 8 shades. I love using the shade Cocoa. I love that it's a luminous finish and it really helps to bring in the dewiness of this look. I'm gonna use this brush by e.l.f. Oh, I overdid it on that side. Normally I'm a lot better about this blending situation, but it's okay. We're kind of underpainting, so it's okay. Oh my goodness. Set this first. It's looking a little crazy. I think I over applied, but again, we're gonna clean this up, so it's fine. I've been talking about orange blushes lately. Or should I do a purple blush? I always do orange, but there's a reason. Okay, anyways, we're gonna use 2 blushes today. This one's by NYX and this one's by Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Always Famous and this is in the shade Lily Love. This one's a more muted orange and this is like a bright orange. So Lily Love first. I'm gonna do 2 dots right here. Just use this brush and blend up and also into the bronzer. Now this fluffy brush by e.l.f. helps diffuse it a lot, I've noticed. If you want more pigment, definitely go with a denser brush, but I need a little control, so we're doing it this way. And I'm going in with the e.l.f. Ooh, this is not e.l.f. The NYX Sweet Cheeks blush. I'm actually gonna concentrate it closer to my temple. So maybe this will create like a gradient effect. So right here, just concentrating it right. And a little in the temple. Also on the nose. I'm a blush fiend. I love blush. Obsessed with blush. Now we're going in with Ami Cole's concealer in the shade Deep 1, another staple of mine. What's happening? Like, what is that? I am pretty heavy-handed because it's such a light to medium coverage concealer. Well, it's definitely medium coverage, but I feel like I can get away with putting more on. This is the matte. I don't put anything on my forehead. Sorry, sue me. Okay, while that is sitting for a bit, I'm actually gonna start with my brows by using the Ami Cole powder to help mattify my brows a little bit because I tend to not get good brows if I don't do this. This is usually to help with any like oiliness or like any product that's on there. And then I like to use their brow gel. That's it, going back in with the brush. Starting down here. It's a good time to carve out that bronzer situation as well. And then for the under eyes, they're special to me. Just hold on. So I like to drag the edges down a bit. Very lightly. And then pat. Do the same thing into my nose. And then I dab the rest of the under eye. And then if I have any left over, I put it on my eyelid. And then I can put the rest on my forehead. And that is a base, y'all. Love. Okay, let's keep going. So now we get to set everything. So first things first. I use powder now. Crazy, I know. I actually love the Laura Mercier powder. The Ultra Blur though, which is dry skin friendly, so go for it. And now I like using powder puffs, but I use it very strategically. Okay, so watch carefully. I just, boop, very little, just on the tip. Then I scrape all that excess off. This is just for one eye. Then get the eye. When I tell you the lightest dabbing, the lightest amount of setting. I do the same thing. on the other eye. See, that was too much, but it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shove my right here. Take a brush, sweep it off, and then go back in. And then while I'm here, I can go ahead and dab it into my forehead because she's looking a little overdone. But you keep everything on the cheeks because that's where the sun hits, like boom, glow. I am going to take a smidge of this powder by Amicole for the other parts of my face. But like, again, super light hand. I'm not overdoing it because I'm trying to keep the glow. So the bronzer I'm going to be using is by Juvia's Place as well. This is the shade Dark, and I'm just using the top. It's a very subtle bronze. It's just mainly to set everything I did and bring that color to the face. And now we're on to blush, powder blush to set the cream blush. And this is by Mented Cosmetics in the shade Clay Too Much. It is broken, but I'm gonna use it. And I'm gonna just hit right here. I love how subtle it is, which is perfect for this look. I might try for a little bit more. We're all good with that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set. I need to buy more of this. I'm gonna go ahead and set. That was the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, by the way. You already know what's up. If this is too much for you, you can always use a finishing powder. This one's by Fenty. They're Invisimatte. And I like this because it's not gonna be too intense of a mattification, just enough to tone it down a smidge. So you see a difference already? Placement matters too. So I just go like right underneath my eye. So I don't want it to be too mattified, but it creates the illusion that there's a little bit of mattification, you know? That's not a word, is it? Yeah, it is. Anyways, then hit the forehead and the brows because we're about to draw these bad boys in a second. I also have naturally the only place on my face that gets oily is my eyelids. It's very strange. Do that. And then maybe like right here. Everywhere else, don't touch it unless you want to, and I'm not going to. Now, brows. This is not a tutorial. I suck at doing my brows. The only way I know for sure they're gonna look good is if they are glued, spackled on my face, which is why this is the last thing I do, basically. And it gives me something to work off of because the shape of my brows are not like awful. They're just super sparse. Like, I don't have a lot of brows to live with, so we're just kind of working around them. Oh, this is by Mented Cosmetics, by the way, this brow pencil in the shade Brow or Later. This is not a bad brow, actually. We may actually have a decent brow day today. Love that for me. Spoke too soon. One's definitely giving fluffy and the other is giving Instabrow. I give up. I give up. Okay, now we have mascara. I'm pretty much done. This is by Hourglass. So I did have questions about how I do my mascara, so maybe I'll actually talk through this a little bit. So I like to start at the outer corner of my eyelashes with like the tip of the brush. This gives it more of a like wing appearance because you're like kind of loading up the product towards the end of the lash. And then you can start wiggling it through to help distribute the product. And when that looks decent, you start going in the middle. Kind of like working in sections, honestly. Sometimes I got this tip from someone I used to go to high school with. She told me to bat my eye onto the mascara wand. And that helps with the length kind of aspect of it. But also you need to have a mascara that's for length to do that. So I've bought so many of these mascara tubes at this point. I'm definitely getting it onto my eyelid, but that's inevitable. This is as good as it gets, honestly. Oh yes, hair. We'll talk about that in a second, but let's finish up this look. So I'm gonna keep it simple. The Dior lip glow oil, they actually gifted this to me, and I see why the girls are in a tizzy about it. It's so good. This is the shade Mahogany, and I don't even have to line my lips. So here's the final look. I look pretty cute, if I don't say so myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be back making long form content. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Just saying. And if you don't want to follow me here, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok. So you can follow me there, same handle. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will catch you in my next video.